Hey everybody, welcome back to Jeff Bowl Central. We're checking out Monster Hunter Wilds today. This is a pretty cool video game, as it turns out. Not surprising, probably, because the Monster Hunter series is pretty classic, pretty good, especially everything that I've ever played. And admittedly, I'm not a longtime Monster Hunter player. I started with World. Okay, that pegs me as a noob. I get it. I'm a loser. I'm a noob. I'm a nerd.
Nerds?
Nerds.
What is a nerd?
But that was my first Monster Hunter game. And then I played Monster Hunter Rise as well, which was also very, very cool. Kind of like a shorter, sweeter experience, but definitely still cool. And again, I can't speak to the long-term series. I can really only speak to these three games. But Monster Hunter Wilds is just, it's out of control cool sometimes. Maybe not all the time. The monotony of the grind to get better gear so that you can get bigger monsters, so that you can get better gear, so that you can get bigger monsters. That is the core of the gameplay. So if you're on board for a little bit of grind surrounded by beauty and explosive action, explosive combat, then you are in for a treat, because that's exactly what Monster Hunter Wilds has to offer you. First things first, they've kind of streamlined a lot of the things. Again, just gonna use World as the benchmark here. They've streamlined a lot of the things that I found personally a little bit cumbersome about Monster Hunter World. Now, I did like the approach to that game. I did like the tracking portion of every hunt. I did like the intricacies of certain things, but they have streamlined the experience. The first thing they've done is add a chocobo. Sacred? I'm not really sure how to say this word. The secret chocobos, they basically run on autopilot, unless you turn the autopilot off. But basically, when you start a mission, when you start a hunt, you hop on your secret chocobo, you hit up on the D-pad, and the secret chocobo just runs right on over to your monster. You don't got to track, you don't got to do any of that. It's just pure get to the monster, start attacking. You can even like sharpen your blade on the back of the secret chocobo. You can even you put on the mantles that you have to kind of add protection or add cure or whatever it is that you're doing. All sorts of stuff. You can take potions, all sorts of stuff on the back of the secret chocobo. But look, that animal, that sacred, it's also a lifesaver, because in the middle of a big ass fight, I mean one of the big ones, if you're getting bombed out and you're like me and you're stupid and you mostly just use a big old master sword size cleaver, you run into some issues with mobility. Yeah, so being able to just again hit up on the D-pad just to get that little beast of a bird to come pick you up so you can slap some potion on yourself, it's a lifesaver, and it increases the speed of the gameplay. Okay, and some would argue that it makes it more casual as an experience. I would argue that Monster Hunter is not really a casual experience. This game is, for the most part, easier than World was to me, but that could also just be because I know how to play Monster Hunter a little bit now. It is a little bit more accessible. It is a little faster. It's more about action than it ever has been before, just actually getting down to the business of fighting and slaughtering these beautiful creatures that have run amok, sure, but sometimes we feel bad because they're kind of cute, they're kind of cool, they're unique, they're pretty, even the ones that fart all over you, like the giant monkey thingy with the 4 asses or whatever the hell that was. I don't know what that was all about. But anyway, I love this game, guys. I really, really love this game. I've put in a fair amount of time with it. I've gotten all sorts of different armor pieces and armor sets, and I've modified this, and I've tried this, and I've tried this weapon combo, and man, I've eaten a lot of steak and eggs and cheese and fish, and it's a really fun experience. It's a really compelling experience. It's one that I keep wanting to go back to. Is it too casual? I don't know. I don't know that that's the case. I think some people will find it that way. maybe diehards who are really into the intensity of the hunt. But I gotta tell you, it's so much fun to just kind of hop in and start whacking away on a monster right away. To me, what this game successfully does is retain the beauty, because it is absolutely gorgeous. It's a beautiful, beautiful video game. The environments, the monsters are so uniquely designed. There's more variety in the monsters, to my mind. The way they attack, the way that when they start to wear down, they start to slow down, they start to limp. The way that you can attack wounds it's so engrossing, and there's so many different elements to strategy. And it's kind of meant to be a team game anyway, so you're going to find a lot of different types of people doing a lot of different types of things to take down these monsters. I wouldn't say it's too casual. I would say it's just right now. I would say that this is like pinnacle monster hunting right here. I love Monster Hunter Wilds. I really don't have too much negative to say about it, except that again, the grind is not going to be for everybody. And again, it's not so accessible that if you've never played a Monster Hunter game, you're going to be able to hop right in and understand it perfectly. You're not. There's a lot of tools, there's a lot of elements, there's a lot of crafting, there's a lot of little things that you're just not going to understand until you look it up. And the game's not really going to tell you, except there is an encyclopedia, so the game can't tell you. But hey, listen, if you like an action game and you've never played one of the Monster Hunter games, this is like Boss Fights the game. This is like the most epic monster battles you're ever going to have. Please try this game. Please give it a shot. If you're a longtime fan of the series, I probably don't need to convince you, because you've been watching the press on this one and you know it's special. I think it's special. So, all that considered, I'm going to give Monster Hunter Wilds here, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I think I would probably give it a 10 out of 10 if it was like even more unique. It is very reminiscent of old Monster Hunters, but it's like, I don't know, what is a 10 game anymore? What is a perfect game? Is it a perfect game? Probably not, but it's pretty damn close. This is maybe like one of the best games to come out, gosh, in the last year. I can't even think of anything. Maybe Dragon's Dogma 2, which came out about this time last year, I believe. Don't quote me on that. That's probably totally wrong. So anyways, that's it. Monster Hunter Wilds, 9 out of 10. Do me a favor, like this video if you did like it. Ride your Chocobo secret over to my channel and look at more videos and like them too, and subscribe to the channel. Sorry, I'm not losing focus or enthusiasm. I'm simply thinking about the next monster hunt.